July 14th. The year is 2026. The world is still. Here is what happened. The United States struck Iran for the third consecutive night. Iran said it fired a cruise missile at a United States Navy ship in response. The President of the United States formally notified Congress that the two countries have resumed fighting. The President also announced a naval blockade of ships entering and leaving Iranian ports set to begin tomorrow. He said the United States would charge a 20% toll on cargo ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, a move his administration had opposed when Iran proposed something similar. A spokesperson for the United Nations Shipping Agency said there is no legal basis for such attacks. Iran's foreign ministry said it, not the United States, holds authority over the strait, and warned that any country supporting American forces would be treated as an act of war. A 60-day agreement allowing free commercial passage through the strait had been reached in mid-June. It is now in question. An ICE agent shot and killed a Colombian national during an immigration enforcement operation in Maine. The man was in a vehicle that agents say moved toward an officer. He was struck and died at the scene. The agent has been placed on leave, and the Department of Homeland Security's Inspector General is leading the investigation. Maine's Attorney General confirmed the man was not the target of the original arrest warrant, according to a senator who was briefed by the head of DHS. The Colombian embassy has asked for information about the circumstances of his death. More will be known as the investigation continues. Hungary's parliament voted today to remove the country's president from office. The president a loyalist of the former prime minister who lost power in April, now has 5 days to sign the amendment ending his own term. If he refuses, the prime minister has said he will launch impeachment proceedings, which would suspend the president automatically. The Prime Minister's TISA party used its 2/3 majority to pass the measure, along with changes removing certain constitutional court judges and barring long-serving deputies from standing again. The former governing party walked out of Parliament before the vote, calling the amendment an abuse of power, a charge the new government rejects. More will become clear in the coming days as the president decides how to respond. Spain opened a legal status program for irregular migrants this year. More than 1 million people applied before it closed at the end of June. The government now has 3 months to process the vast majority of those applications. So far, about 600,000 have been accepted for review, granting temporary work and residency permits. Fewer than 11,000 have received a final decision. Spain's prime minister argued the country's economy depends on these workers, and the measure was backed by trade unions, business groups, and the Catholic Church. The Pentagon confirmed the National Guard deployment in Washington will continue through Inauguration Day 2029. The number of troops in the city has nearly doubled to about 5,000, drawn from more than 20 states. The deployment currently costs more than $3 million a day, according to a nonpartisan budget estimate. The President of the United States first sent troops to the Capitol in August of 2025, citing a crime emergency, though violent crime was already at a 30-year low. Critics, including constitutional experts and former military officers, say extending what was called an emergency for 2.5 more years raises serious concerns. A federal appeals court ruled late last year that the deployment could continue. The mission's future will depend on whether the president decides otherwise. A federal judge voided a legal settlement between the President of the United States and the Internal Revenue Service. The agreement had granted the president immunity from tax audits and created a fund of nearly $2 billion intended to compensate people who claimed government targeting. The judge ruled the lawsuit was filed for an improper purpose and said the settlement was never a genuine dispute between opposing sides. She also referred one of the president's attorneys to state bar authorities for a review of possible ethics violations. The ruling means the tax agency may now move forward with audits into the president's tax claims. More will be known in the coming weeks. The late senator from South Carolina died over the weekend. His sister has been appointed to serve the remaining months of his Senate term. She has no prior political experience, but she stood alongside her brother throughout his decades of public service. After both of their parents died within about a year, her brother, then 22, became her legal guardian and later adopted her. The governor of South Carolina tapped her for the seat, which she will hold until January. A special primary is scheduled for next month to determine who will compete in the general election this November. Here is what happened. The world is still.